Hi guys, it is Zona here with Plan to Succeed Coaching, and I am your business and spirituality coach, and I'm super excited that you're here tonight. All right, so today we are starting our 4-day live stream series for Wisdom in Business, and we are going to be talking about dealing with this idea that happens a lot when you're running your own business is what I see a lot with my clients, which is always learning and never implementing. And then if you are growing a purpose planted business, what does it look like to seek wisdom and not just truth, right? How to break out of the cycle of distraction, comparison, and over learning. And just to kind of give you a point of reference, there was a study done back in 2010 on the effects of kind of these topics that we're going to be talking about, and they averaged that it costs businesses $9,000 a year in wasted productivity, missed opportunities, and misuse kind of funds in that sort of way. And think about that in your business. When you're running a business from home, do you have $9,000 to spend being lost in, business ADD, distraction, comparison, or, always learning something new and not actually implementing what you already know? So, in my opinion, I don't think that I have the patience or the commitment to kind of flushing $9,000 a year. So you'll see me kind of pushing on this idea during our live stream for the next 4 days. First piece that I wanted to talk to you guys about really has to do, hey, by the way, the first piece really has to do with what is the difference between wisdom and truth? Truth is a fact or belief that is known or assumed to be true. Wisdom is action or application of experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Knowledge equals truth that is acquired. Insight equals truth that is applied. How's it going? Hey, why don't you go ahead and tell us what your business is and a little bit about what you do in the comments so that people can kind of network on the video, okay? And then wisdom is truth lived out. So we are choosing tonight to be truth seekers and to have that lead us into wisdom, specifically wisdom in our business. But these are tips that can be applied in any part of your life because they're infallible, right? So I'm going to repeat that just so that you guys can kind of catch that again. So knowledge equals truth that has been acquired. Insight is truth that has been applied. And wisdom equals truth lived out. So when we're looking at this kind of like the triangle, right? So down here we have knowledge that's acquired, right? And it's kind of like the big end of a shovel where you're just kind of scooping up a whole bunch of information. And it's good to have the information, but it doesn't always have a purpose and it doesn't always have value that would be lasting or long term, which is really what you want in your business. If you're spending time to learn something, then you're hoping, right, that your money, which is your time investment in your business, will have a return for you. It'll help you be more productive. It'll help you learn a system, a process, a skill. It'll help you overcome a block. It'll help, flow resources, any one of those things, right? So that is, like I said, the biggest part of your triangle down here. So you take in probably way more information than you could ever implement. forever at a time. And it's kind of crazy how that works. But the next piece, which is where you start to apply that information, so that's where you have insight. So the bottom level is knowledge, which is truth that is acquired. The next is insight, which is truth that is applied. And the insight, which is that truth that's applied, is where you start to see things where you're like, you might not be executing to the best of your ability, but you're working out some of the kinks, right? So one of the ways that I did this in my business was I had learned about email marketing and doing using an autoresponder. And I did not have the skill. I basically YouTubed it to kind of get used to the idea of the automation and everything that takes to go out. But I started to apply that, right? And I started putting that into practice a little bit at a time in my business and really kind of starting to take that to the next level. Well, what happens if you do have an autoresponder then? It means that you do have information that's going out if somebody is jumping on to information on your website, or if somebody is wanting to invest into, working with you or getting a product that you have or any number of things. Hey, glad you're on tonight. Those pieces end up being so important, and you'll find that you get value and that what I consider good return on investment when you start getting to that insight stage of your business where you're applying the truth and you're making it something personal and worthwhile for your business. And again, this applies to any area of your life. So at the top of your triangle, right, is the smallest portion always. And that is wisdom. And wisdom is where truth is lived out, right? So I want to be very clear with this. Wisdom should not be temporary. That means that the things that you're choosing to make long-term situations in your life and in your business, they're not only good for today, but they're good for tomorrow, and they're good for 5 years from now. So these are the things where, okay, so going back to the example with the email, people want to see that business owners are consistent, that entrepreneurs are consistent. And even though some people might put, business emails into your spam, it is still one of the number one ways that people expect to hear from you, especially if they sign up to your email list. So I can take a YouTube video that says you need to have autoresponders and these are the benefits that you have in your business, right? And that's knowledge acquired, or truth acquired, which is knowledge. And then you go to the next level, and that is the insight level, where you say truth is applied, and then you get a funnel. You set up automation so that there is something that goes out when somebody inquires, or when they're asking about coaching, when they're asking about a product that you have, or they're wanting to work with you, right? But the wisdom in that example that comes out is when it is truth lived out and you're making consistent choices in your email marketing to show up for people, to show them that you're consistent, to invest in them as your clients, as your customers, so that they can know you, they can trust you, and they can build relationship with you. So that wisdom lived out example is going to be stuff that is good today, and it's good tomorrow, and it's good 5 years from now, right? So I want to encourage you guys, if you have an example of something that you've taken and you've kind of applied and you've made this kind of a truth lived out thing in your business, go ahead and let us know something that you have applied and done this with to really start to invest and to weave wisdom in and throughout all of the fabric of your business. So I am super excited that you guys are here tonight. And for those of you that weren't aware, we are doing a 4-day live stream. Just kind of want these to be good nuggets for you to be able to start, just take a quick video, invest in yourself, and kind of get it done. I am super excited that you are here with me tonight. Thank you for joining me. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below and I will definitely contact you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You hit see first so that you don't miss any of the videos. We have new videos out at least weekly, and you can always subscribe to my podcast, which is XM Chicks, with new videos every Monday and Wednesday.